Hello, dear students. Welcome back to a new channel. Students, today we are diving into something electrifying lightning. Have you ever seen a flash of lightning and heard the loud crash of thunder right after? You have, right? So, lightning can be both beautiful as well as terrifying. But have you ever wondered how we keep ourselves safe from these powerful strikes? So let's explore how something called a lightning rod helps keep us safe when lightning lights up the sky. First, students, what is lightning? सबसे पहले हम ये समझेंगे lightning क्या होता है. Students, picture a stormy sky. एक stormy sky को पिक्चर करो. Dark clouds are swirling, and then flash, a bolt of lightning shoots down. But what exactly is lightning? Well, lightning is a giant spark of electricity in the sky, and it's a powerful electrical discharge that happens between clouds or between uh, clouds and the ground. Okay, younger students, don't worry about the electrical discharge. Okay, you learn all these concepts once you go to a higher class. So just imagine rubbing your feet on a carpet and then touching a metal doorknob. Have you tried that, students? Although you should not, but if you touch your feet on a carpet or even linen bed sheet, and then you touch something metallic, then you feel a little zap, right? So lightning is like that zap, only a million times stronger and a lot more dangerous. So in a storm cloud, what happens? There are tiny particles. जैसे ये storm cloud है, right? So there are tiny particles called electrical charge or simply charged particles. ठीक है, charged particles. Yes, and these charged particles can be either positive or negative. Okay, they can be either positive or negative, and they move around and they build up energy. These positive and negative charges, they just move around in the cloud and they start building up energy. So when enough energy builds up, it breaks through the air and creates a lightning bolt, राइट? तो यहाँ पे चार्ज पार्टिकल है, प्रेजेंट है, पॉजिटिव भी और नेगेटिव भी. तो ये क्या करते हैं, पूरे इस क्लाउड में घूमते रहते हैं एंड दे आर मूविंग अराउंड एंड दे आर बिल्डिंग अप एनर्जी. और जब सफिशिएंट एनर्जी बिल्डअप हो जाता है, इट ब्रेक्स थ्रू एयर एंड क्रिएट्स अ लाइटनिंग बोल्ट. But here's the catch, lightning is looking for the quickest path to reach the ground. जैसे ये ग्राउंड है, तो लाइटनिंग क्या करती है कि वो क्विकेस्ट पाथ क्या हो सकता है ग्राउंड पे रीच करने का, वो ढूंढती है. एंड दिस पाथ ऑफन मीन्स हेडिंग टूवर्ड्स द टॉलेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट नियर बाय, राइट? तो अब अगर ग्राउंड में जाना है, तो डायरेक्ट ग्राउंड में हिट करना इजी रहेगा या किसी टॉलेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट को हिट करना ज्यादा इजी रहेगा? ऑफ कोर्स, है ना, टॉलेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट को हिट करना ज्यादा इजी होगा. सो दैट्स वेयर lightning rod comes into play. Now what is a lightning rod? See, a lightning rod is a long metal, it's a long metal stick or pole that you might have seen on the top of tall buildings. जैसे ये tall building है, तो इसके टॉप पर एक मेटालिक रॉड होता है और पोल होता है, एंड it's a bit pointy, right? So it's a bit pointy. तो होता क्या है, and this metallic rod is usually made up of material like copper and aluminum. And copper and aluminum, they are great conductors of electricity. Conductors का मतलब क्या होता है students? Conductors are those material that allow electricity to flow through them easily. For example, if you take a piece of cloth or a piece of plastic, and on the other hand you have an iron rod, दोनों में से किस में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जल्दी पास होगा? आयरन रॉड में से, राइट, बिकॉज आयरन रॉड इज अ कंडक्टर. तो इस बिल्डिंग में जो लाइटनिंग रॉड होता है, दिस इज अ कंडक्टर एंड इट्स यूजुअली मेड अप ऑफ कॉपर और एल्यूमिनियम. So then, now here's something cool. Lightning rods don't prevent lightning from striking. ऐसा नहीं होता कि अगर लाइटनिंग है यहाँ पर, एक तरीके का प्रोटेक्टिव structure है, and it all the way it protects us from electricity, या फिर lightning से हमें एकदम पूरा शील्ड की तरह काम करता है. No, it's not like that. You know what they do? They just guide the lightning safely to the ground. They basically attract the lightning and sort of, like how a magnet attracts metal. But instead of shocking anyone or causing a fire, the lightning rod helps direct the electricity from anything or anyone that could get hurt. Right? So you might be wondering, why does lightning strike the rod and not something else? Well, students, lightning likes to take the easiest or least resistant path to the ground. अब आप इमेजिन करो कि ऑन वन हैंड वी हैव दिस लाइटनिंग रॉड, ऑन द अदर वी हैंड ऑन द अदर हैंड वी हैव डिफरेंट स्ट्रक्चर्स, जैसे बिल्डिंग हो गया या फिर कोई पेड़ हो गया, ट्री हो गया, राइट? तो दोनों में से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के लिए इजी क्या होगा? लाइटनिंग के लिए इजी क्या होगा? रॉड, राइट? सो these lightning rod is basically they are made tall, pointy, and they are made up of metal. So it makes the perfect target for lightning. Think of it this way. Imagine, uh, yes, imagine a water is flowing down a hill. जैसे एक water, जैसे ये hill है, right? And यहाँ से पानी बह रहा है. So the water will always flow down the smoothest path, which is the most direct one. Similarly, lightning follows the easiest path, which is often the lightning rod. तो lightning rod पर जो path होता है, this is considered a most easiest one. All right? And as you go through this article, there's Dr. Adeep Agarwala. He is a professor at IIT Kanpur, and he explains that rod's shape plays a big role. Its pointy tip creates a strong electrical field around it, which helps the lightning find it easier. It's like if you ever held a hose and spread water through a nozzle, the water speeds up, right? आपने कभी जब पाइप पकड़ के उसमें से पानी आपने स्प्रेड किया होगा, तो अगर आप उसको नोजल को पकड़ते हो, then the water, the speed of water is also increases, right? So similarly, the electric field around this pointy rod helps the lightning speed up towards it. ठीक है? तो ये जो पॉइंटी टिप है, इसकी वजह से ये जो लाइटनिंग होती है फटाफट से इस पर आ जाती है. एंड वेयर डज द लाइटनिंग गो? अब लाइटनिंग आ गई है, अब गई कहां पर? गुड क्वेश्चन, राइट? सी, व्हेन द लाइटनिंग स्ट्राइक्स द रॉड, it needs somewhere to go. And luckily, we have the perfect place for it, the earth. राइट। तो ये बिल्डिंग है, यहां पर अर्थ है नीचे, राइट। सो द अर्थ acts like a giant bucket. It's like a giant bucket that can absorb an endless amount of electricity without getting filled up. तो यहां से लाइटनिंग इस पे स्ट्राइक हुआ, देन यहां पे अर्थ में चला गया. So the lightning rod is connected to a thick wire, right? It's connected to a thick wire that runs all the way from the top of the building down into a ground. And the wire safely carries the electricity down into the ground where it's absorbed. And this process is called grounding. It's called grounding. Okay. तो ये पूरा प्रोसेस जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो लाइटनिंग है वो रॉड के थ्रू अर्थ में गया, इस पूरे प्रोसेस को कहते हैं ग्राउंडिंग. एंड द अर्थ हैज सच अ लो electric potential that it can take in the lightning's charge without a problem. Now imagine this: pouring a large bucket of water into a lake. The lake can handle all that extra water easily. Similarly, the ground can handle the electricity from lightning without any trouble. आप एक बाल्टी पानी अगर किसी लेक में डालोगे, रिवर में डालोगे, तो उसका ऐसा कुछ होगा क्या, वो पानी बाहर चला जाएगा? नहीं. It can handle all that extra water, right? So it's similar to the grounding process. The ground can handle the electricity from lightning without any trouble. नाउ अ सिचुएशन जो आप सोच सकते हैं जिसके बारे में, जैसे कि क्या कभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि लाइटनिंग इस रॉड को मिस कर जाए, है ना? पॉसिबिलिटी, ऐसा हो सकता है कि नहीं, ये तो हम सोच सकते हैं इस बारे में. नाउ हेयर्स अ ट्विस्ट. समटाइम्स लाइटनिंग कैन मिस द लाइटनिंग रॉड. ओके. तो जैसे ये बिल्डिंग है, यहाँ पे ये रॉड है, तो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि लाइटनिंग इस रॉड को मिस कर सकती है. बट देर आर रीजन्स वाई दिस हैपन्स. इफ द रॉड इज इंस्टॉल्ड टू लो, or if it isn't angled properly, then it might not attract the lightning effectively. Also, if the rod isn't grounded well, the lightning might skip it altogether and strike something else. Another reason is maintenance. See, over time, the rod might get rusty, or it might, bend, and this can affect how well it works. So, engineers have to make sure that lightning rods are in good shape, or else they won't protect buildings as they should. All right. So, over the years, engineers have come up with creative ways to make sure lightning rods to make lightning rods better at their job. And in the 1960s, you learn this in this news article that in the 1960s, the American engineer named Herbert Hoover, yes, he developed a special type of grounding system. And instead of just sticking a rod in the ground, he encased it in concrete. पूरे concrete में उनको encase कर दिया. And this made it much better at conducting electricity. So the lightning's energy could be absorbed by the earth even faster. And today engineers follow guidelines set by the International Electrotechnical Commission. And these guidelines help them decide where and how to place lightning rods, especially जैसे टॉल बिल्डिंग्स होती है, तो कहाँ पर प्लेस करना चाहिए ताकि people are safe from lightning. So thanks to lightning rods, we are a lot safer during thunderstorms. And lightning rods protect not only people but also important places like hospitals, schools, and even historical buildings. Imagine if lightning struck a hospital, it could cut power. It could, cut off power, it could damage equipments that are there in hospital, and it can also put people in danger. So lightning rods are like silent superheroes, protecting us even without we are even not even realizing it. And in some countries, especially in places with a lot of thunderstorms, lightning rods are required by law, and this helps prevent accidents and saves life. In India alone, nearly 3,000, yes, 3,000 people die every year from lightning strikes. So, with more lightning rods in place, we can keep people safe and reduce these numbers, right? Now, the question is, what can you do during a lightning storm? See, even with lightning rods, it's important to stay safe during thunderstorms. So, if you're outside and you see lightning, here are some say some safety tips. First of all, you should avoid open fields and tall objects like trees. ऐसे पता चला thunderstorm हो रहा है और आप पेड़ के नीचे जाके खड़े हो जाएंगे. No, you should avoid that. And stay away from metal objects like fences and poles. And if you're swimming, get out of the water immediately, because water is also conductor of electricity. And if you're inside, avoid using electrical appliances and stay away from windows. अगर बहुत severe thunderstorm आ रहा है तो electrical appliances use करना avoid करना चाहिए. Although अभी के टाइम पे जो बिल्डिंग्स होती हैं वो प्रॉपरली कंस्ट्रक्टेड होते हैं और उनमें जो लाइटनिंग रॉड्स होते हैं वो इंस्टॉल होते हैं, बट अगर सिवियर थंडरस्टॉर्म आ रहा है तो आपको ये कुछ मेजर्स अडॉप्ट करने चाहिए. सो लाइटनिंग इज पावरफुल एंड अनप्रिडिक्टेबल, सो ऑलवेज टेक इट सीरियसली. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more cool science topics. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep looking up at the skies, just not too closely when there's lightning. All right, until next time.